What if everything you thought you knew about the dawn of civilization was wrong? For centuries, we've told ourselves a simple story about how cities began. But the truth hidden beneath ancient dust is far more complex and mind-blowing than any textbook could reveal. Prepare to uncover the shocking secrets of humanity's very first urban centers. For tens of thousands of years, humans lived as nomads, following herds and seasons. Then, almost overnight in geological terms, sprawling urban centers began to emerge. How did this leap happen? Was it simply agriculture? Or was there something more profound sparking the birth of cities? Before towering ziggurats or city walls, invisible architects shaped society. Early humans developed property rules, communal living systems, and legal concepts long before building monumental structures. Their shared spiritual beliefs created cohesion, guiding these fledgling communities toward organized city life. Then, several millennia ago, somewhere in the Middle East, nestled between the rivers Tigris and Euphrates, a groundbreaking shift occurred. Humans, once nomadic, began to settle down, forming small communities. This wasn't a sudden movement, but a gradual process driven by various factors. Farming, which had originated around 12,000 years ago, played a crucial role. As early humans domesticated plants and animals, they became less dependent on seasonal migrations and more tied to their local environment. This allowed for the accumulation of goods, the storage of food surpluses, and the beginnings of private property. But agriculture alone cannot explain the later emergence of complex urban societies. Trade networks also played a pivotal role in this transformation. As communities started trading their agricultural surplus, they needed systems to manage these exchanges. This led to the development of accounting, record-keeping, and eventually rudimentary forms of money. These economic interactions stimulated social stratification, with some individuals gaining more wealth and influence than others. This growing disparity in resources necessitated the creation of laws and regulations to maintain order and protect both private property and public interests. Furthermore, shared belief systems and myths served as invisible architects, shaping early societies into cohesive groups capable of collective action. Common myths provided a sense of identity, purpose, and values, fostering cooperation and group solidarity. Rituals and shared narratives encouraged social cohesion, influencing everything from resource allocation to conflict resolution. For example, the myth of an all-encompassing father figure who cared for his followers profoundly impacted early Mesopotamian city-states like Uruk. In today's world, we often take concepts like personal property, legal contracts, and even ideas like zero for nothing for granted. Yet these innovations represent monumental shifts in human history, laying the groundwork for the rise of cities. Let's dive deeper into the heart of Mesopotamia. Here, nestled between the fertile banks of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, sprawled the ancient city of Uruk, located in present-day Iraq. Flourishing around 4000 BCE, Uruk was humanity's first true metropolis. It's here where the concept of the city took root and blossomed into a complex urban entity. But what truly made Uruk brilliant wasn't just its size or grand monuments, but the invisible systems that orchestrated its growth. To understand this, we need to peel back the layers of history, revealing the invisible forces that shaped Uruk's destiny. As Uruk grew, so did the scale and complexity of its governance. Early rulers managed resources, organized labor for public works, and maintained trade networks. Over time, these roles expanded, leading to a system of taxation, public works programs, and increasingly formalized laws. Evidence of these administrative structures can be found in clay tablets bearing intricate legal codes, land transactions, and even the earliest known accounts of labor organization. To keep a city of that size functional, a sophisticated system of record-keeping was necessary. Enter the world of the Sumerian scribes. These individuals played a pivotal role in maintaining the administrative machinery of the city. They recorded births, deaths, transactions, and other vital information on clay tablets using a wedge-shaped script, one of the earliest known writing systems. Their records not only helped maintain order, but also provided valuable insights into daily life, trade, and cultural practices of the time. Trade networks were the lifeblood of Uruk's economy, connecting it to distant regions and fueling its growth. Excavations have uncovered seals, stamps, and documents related to trade, indicating that merchants from Mesopotamia traded goods such as textiles, metalwork, and precious stones, with communities as far away as the Persian Gulf and the Levant. These trade networks not only brought wealth to Uruk, but also exposed its inhabitants to new ideas and cultural practices, contributing to the city's cultural richness. In fact, evidence of early globalization can be seen in the very fabric of Uruk. Archaeologists have found exotic materials and finished goods from distant lands, suggesting a sophisticated system of global exchange. Items like lapis lazuli from Afghanistan and ivory from African elephants traversed vast distances, carried by merchants who braved inhospitable terrains, and perhaps even sailed the Arabian Sea. These goods didn't just circulate within Uruk, they were sent to other contemporary cities like Mohenjo-Daro in the Indus Valley, thousands of miles away, hinting at a web of interconnected civilizations. This exchange wasn't limited to material goods. Ideas, cultural practices, and religious beliefs also flowed along these trade routes. Uruk's famous ziggurat, a massive stepped pyramid dedicated to the moon god Nana, might have been inspired by earlier Mesopotamian structures, but it also influenced later temples throughout the region. Similarly, myths and legends such as the Epic of Gilgamesh, which originated in Uruk, were shared and adapted by neighboring cultures. Creating a tapestry of interconnected narratives, Uruk's story offers a compelling case study in the origins of civilization. While the city's monumental architecture is awe-inspiring, it's the invisible systems it housed, the administrative structures, trade networks, legal frameworks, and cultural exchanges that truly made it a cradle of civilization. Now let's journey to the heart of the Indus Valley, where the story of Mohenjo-Daro unfolds. Located in present-day Pakistan, this city thrived around 2500 BCE, showcasing a level of urban planning and sophistication that's astonishing for its era. Unlike the monumental architecture found at sites like Uruk, Mohenjo-Daro's most striking features are its grid-based city layout, advanced sanitation systems, and remarkably uniform houses. These characteristics suggest a highly organized and egalitarian society. At the core of the city stood the Great Bath, a large brick-lined pool with steps leading into it. This structure was likely used for ritual bathing and community cleansing ceremonies, reflecting a society that valued hygiene and shared rituals. The bath also hints at a centralized water management system, a testament to the city's sophisticated engineering. The streets of Mohenjo-Daro were designed with remarkable precision, forming a grid pattern that facilitated navigation and urban planning. This systematic approach to street design showcased a high level of organization and a commitment to efficiency. It also provided a framework for the city's expansion, allowing it to grow while maintaining order. Each house in Mohenjo-Daro was remarkably similar, lacking the grandeur or opulence one might expect in a ruler's palace. Instead, they featured courtyards, bathrooms, and wells, demonstrating a focus on communal living and basic amenities for all citizens. This egalitarian design challenges Hindu's traditional notions of urban hierarchy and suggests a society that prioritized the welfare of its people over ostentatious displays of power. Moreover, the absence of palaces and temples indicates a possible lack of centralized religious authority or a ruling elite. This finding suggests that the society that built Mohenjo-Daro may have been more decentralized than other contemporary civilizations. Perhaps one of the most intriguing aspects of Mohenjo-Daro's urban planning was its sanitation system. The city's streets were connected to a network of covered drains, which carried away waste and wastewater, a feature rarely seen in cities of this time period. These drains not only kept the city clean, but also highlight the advanced engineering skills of its inhabitants. But that's not all. Archaeological evidence has also revealed covered drains in the individual houses, indicating a high level of attention to detail and a commitment to public health. Mohenjo-Daro's sanitation infrastructure suggests a society that valued cleanliness, its hygiene, and the well-being of its residents. So what can we learn from these early urban centers? As we reflect on the legacy of cities like Uruk and Mohenjo-Daro, we're struck by the complexity and sophistication of these ancient urban centers. They challenge our assumptions about the origins of civilization, demonstrating that the transition from nomadic life to settled communities was not a gradual process, but a series of rapid and profound transformations. These cities weren't just stepping stones on the path to modern civilization. They were experiments in human cooperation, governance, and innovation. The story of civilization is far stranger and more fascinating than you ever imagined. Next time you walk through a modern city, remember, the foundations were laid by invisible architects, not just kings and monuments. The story of civilization is written in stone, but it's the invisible script that truly brings it to life. And the echoes of those early cities continue to resonate in our modern world, reminding us of the boundless potential of the human spirit.